Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League to Champions League. This is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have a double away day with the first game being away at Havant Waterlooville, and then it's followed by a game away at Dover. Havant Waterlooville, as you can see, are currently second in the league table, and Dover are struggling down in 23rd place. And as you can see, we still remain in that mid-table position in 10th at the moment, and judging by our recent form, we've done quite well. We had a red card against Eastbourne in that home game there, and we managed a 1-0 draw. They equalised at the very last minute, so denied us the victory. And against Chippenham, we lost by a goal to nil, and we actually had two red cards in that game. So discipline wise, we've been very poor in the last couple of games. We were lucky to beat Hungerford. They were the better team on the day, but we put our chances away in that 3-0 win. And as you can see, since you were last with us, for St Albans and Slough, despite that defeat last time out, we've still been reasonably strong in terms of our form, having only conceded those two goals in our last six matches. So overall, we're looking quite good, and I'm hopeful that we can get a good result at least in the game away at Dover. But it's going to be a very tough game first time round against second place Havant and Waterlooville. And obviously, we are having to make a number of changes because of these suspensions that we have. Two of the suspensions are both of our left wingers. So it's a position that we are struggling to fill the void of at the moment, but hopefully we can make do with our reserve Reynolds in that position today. So for this game we have Ackers in goal with Pip Lardo, John, Okocha and Cracknell at the back, Reynolds, Seager, Alidor, Hamilton and Greenup in midfield with Charles and Smith up front. We're just going to switch Smith to that advanced forward role. Smith has been doing quite well recently in terms of goals. Yes, we've struggled in the last couple of games, but he has been a shining light in front of goal recently, so hopefully he can do the same again today in what will certainly be a tough game. I'm not expecting too much out of this game, to be quite honest. I think if we get anything out of it, it would be a good result. But overall, I'm hopeful that we can do well enough to at least give good count of ourselves and prepare ourselves for that next game away at Dover. As you can see by Havant's form, they're unbeaten in their last five games, but they've only won one of those. They've drawn the other four, so we'll have to wait and see how we get on. Clifford with a free kick plays it into the penalty area and it's just over the bar from Havant and Waterlooville. 2.5 minutes gone, they have the first big chance of the game. In terms of possession, last few games we have been struggling in that manner as well. So hopefully we can be a bit more controlled in this game as a cross goes in toward Greenup at the far post, but it's cleared away and Fowl plays it back to Okoli, who looks over the top. Okocha does well to clear, but Wright gets onto it, and in the end Okocha manages to win it back and plays it back to Alidor Hamilton. Cracknell now on this right hand side has support. Greenup looked to make a run, and Greenup has received it on this right hand side. He has support in the penalty area if he can find it, and Jaden Smith is there, and we potentially have a one-goal lead here. There was a hint of offside about it, but it looks like the goal is going to stand, and that is a really good start here to this away game. Another good assist for Charlie Greenup. They seem to have linked up well in the last few matches, Greenup and Smith, so hopefully that is a sign of things to come. Clifford here with the corner for Havant and Waterlooville. Into the penalty area it goes. It's cleared away. Now Roberts. Jaden Smith couldn't quite get to it first, and Clifford's completely unmarked here. Plays it back in, and a penalty has been awarded. Reynolds with a foul against Farl, and it is a penalty here, which is going to be taken by Wright. And Akers saves. Wright went right down the middle, and two penalty saves in the last three matches. That is now for Akers. He um, did well in the game against Eastbourne. He saved a penalty in that game after we were down to 10 men as well. He's been really, really good for us recently, the goalkeeper. He's worked very, very hard and he is improving all the time at the minute as he looks to clear forward. Jaden Smith couldn't quite get onto it, but Alidor Hamilton finds Ken Charles. Ken Charles has only just come back into the side after being out injured for a few weeks. And that ball has gone straight over the top of Okocha, and Wright was there into Mudu Fowl. Fowl moves out into wide left position and plays it into Ward Wright, and it's 1-1. Really good movement from Danny Wright, and poor defensively. We should have tracked him better. It's back to 1-1 now, and we're going to have to be a lot better in this second half. Haven't the Waterlooville have created far more chances, and that seems to be the run of the games at the moment. We're conceding more chances than we're creating, but at times we're just luckier in the fact that we're taking our chances. As John could be in there, he's been brought down by Stroll here, but it turns out that there's no penalty. He just blocked the effort, and it's out for a corner. Seeger is going to take the corner here. In it comes toward the far post. It's cleared away. It's come out to Reynolds, who gets onto it well. Still holding onto the ball. Finds Seeger. Plays it in toward the far post, and Charles was there, but it's cleared away again. And now Alador Hamilton moving down this right hand side. Can he get across in? No, he's tackled by McCarthy. But he's actually won it back here. And now he's lost out again, this time to Rooney. And Rooney moves forward here. And great pass, and Danny Wright is in, and that is a really good finish from Danny Wright. It's only his 8th goal of the season, and John was very poor there. He completely lost sight of his man, and despite our ascendancy in that move, all of a sudden they broke away and they have a lead now, and very disappointed in the way we defended there. It's 2-1 at half time, but this is why they're second in the table. Um, we're not being positive enough. I've let the lads know that we need to be more creative as well, try and get more chances on the board. We're going to demand more early on in this second half, and hopefully we can create some more chances. But as you can see, we're back to this issue again with low ratings. The players are not performing well again. One or two of them we have signed to longer contracts to the end of next season, but we are going to have to do a bit of a squad rebuild next season. A number of the players I'm not going to renew contracts for, purely because they're not good enough, and we need to improve matters as we go forward. John has been poor today. We're going to bring Mackenzie on. No, not for Okocha. We want him on for John. And we're going to put Cracknell into centre back and have Mackenzie out at right back. And in terms of going forward, we've not got the options. Ken Charles has been poor today. We're going to take him off for Zach Newton, and Reynolds is going to have to stay on. He's the only left-sided midfield player we've got at the moment. So we are suffering in that manner as it stands. So from those two substitutions, we have an opportunity to make another one at some point, but we'll have to wait and see how we get on. We're going to demand more again, and hopefully we can create something here as the game goes on. But the second half has been very, very quiet. As you can see, John in the end ended up with a 5.9 rating, which is very, very poor. And now Akola into Ostler. They're just moving it about at the back very comfortably. Now McCarthy into Rooney. Rooney looks to make the turn and does well to find Fowl. Now Fowl's still holding on to it, and he's passed 3 players there. Shocking defensively from us, and Fowl in the end decided to strike it from a ridiculous position. It remains 2-1, but that was very poor from our midfield there to track him and try and win the ball back. Again, we've got a lot of work to do with the squad for next season as well. The fact that we're still in mid-table is a very positive, big positive. So hopefully we can continue to at least pick out wins here and there and just get that solidity in that mid-table. And hopefully we will finish in and around there, and it will give us something to build on next season. Havant Waterlooville just completely controlling possession here. We're not looking like creating anything. Green up into Alador Hamilton. He looks long, and Jaden Smith's not going to get there. It's cleared away, and Pip Blardo now plays a long sweeping ball out wide to Reynolds on this left hand side, and he's played it in, and Zach Newton has hit the crossbar, and it's cleared away, but only as far as Seeger, and his shot is well over the bar. But that is a huge opportunity for us, and we need to be taking these chances. We do have a set piece now, though. We haven't scored from a set piece for a long while, and that remains. This is Alador Hamilton to Greenup. Back to Alador Hamilton. Zach Newton managed to get onto it. I think he was offside. But by the looks of it, it's being given here. Zach Newton has equalised. I thought he was offside there. I'd quite happily take it. A 2-2 draw away against Havant Waterlooville is a brilliant result here, considering the positions in the league table. And I am very, very happy with this result. A 2-2 draw away at second place. Really positive. Great finish to the game for Zach Newton as well. And overall, very happy with that. Really positive performance. And hopefully we can continue in that vein for the away game against Dover. Dover are really struggling in the league, as I said previously, so hopefully we can get a good result. But we did struggle to beat them last time out. When we played them previously, we won 2-1. and it was a very tough game, and that was at home. So the fact that we're away is going to make it even tougher, and we do tend to struggle a little bit more away, but hopefully we can do well and get another decent result. So what I'm hopefully going to do, just to pass a little bit of the time, is I'll just get through these couple of days off camera. Oh, and by the way, there's still no news in regards to the takeover. Our board apparently quashed rumours of the takeover, but there's still something in the pipeline at the moment. But hopefully we will find out soon enough as to whether we will have that takeover or not. So just bear with me a moment and I will be back for the Dover game. Okay guys, here we go for the away game against Dover. It's going to be another tough game despite their league position. Like I say, last time out we did struggle against them, but we did manage to scrape a win. Hopefully we can do so again today. And here's the team that's going to hopefully do it for us. Akers is in goal, Pip Blado, Okocha, De Silva back from his suspension, and Mackenzie at the back. Glynn back from his suspension with Rhea and Alidor Hamilton in midfield and Greenup on the right. Charles and Smith are going to be up front, and once again we'll switch those two around, and I think, yeah, Ollie Coker isn't fully fit. So Ollie Coker we managed to bring in on loan from Southend. He's not on any money per week. We're not paying any of his wages. So he's an option in midfield and up front. So I thought it would be a very good, useful signing for us for the rest of the season. He did pick up a slight knock after the first game that he played in, so since then he's not actually played and he is still not fully fit, but hopefully going forward he will be a key part of either our midfield or up front. So as we go into this Dover game, form, like I say, is reasonable. We've lost 1 in 9 or 10, I think it is now. Um, Hopefully we can do well and get another good result under our belts. They've lost 4 of the last 5. I'm hoping we can get a win against them to compound that misery for them at the minute, and also to improve our run a little bit. We've struggled in the last few games largely due to players being sent off, and that is bizarre. The ball just dribbled in behind De Silva there. Akers didn't make a claim either, and after 2 minutes, Dover have the lead. A huge defensive error, and we find ourselves a goal down here. Absolutely shocking defensively, and hopefully we can get back into the game as it goes on. Pip Lardo now to Glynn. Glynn's been brought down here, and it was a shocking challenge, and it's a red card for Goodman. They have made a change and brought Murphy on for the goal scorer Higgs, and Martin here with a set piece. Looking toward Pavey, it's cleared away, only as far as King now. Smith almost got onto it, but couldn't quite, and now Murphy into Judd. And Akers does well to make the claim here. He smashes it forward, and Jaden Smith almost in behind there. Sterling did well to get onto it. Judd now knocks it forward. Now Pip Blado into Jaden Smith, who's supporting the penalty area and finds Ken Charles. It's a good save from Nelson, and it's cleared away. It remains 1-0, but like I said, they are down to 10 men, so hopefully we can really push on and get back into this game. But as a team that's been down to 10 men a little bit recently, we are very resilient if we lose a man, and I'm sure Dover will be the same. But Ken Charles is in behind here, and another brilliant save from the Dover goalkeeper Nelson. Given the way he's performing so far early in this game, it makes you wonder why Dover are so far down in the league. Greenup with a set piece now whips it into the far post. Charles is there, and it's over the crossbar. We still are yet to score from corners this season. It's been absolutely shocking in terms of set pieces, but hopefully, eventually, we'll find a system that works for us. And Alidor Hamilton does well to get there. Pip Blado looks over the top. Sterling only heads it to Ree, and now Greenup has Ken Charles ahead of him and finds him. Jaden Smith's offside. He manages to score, but he is offside there. It'll remain 1-0, and yep, there it is, disallowed. But positive signs, Ken Charles and Jaden Smith once again linking up well. And that is a ball into the penalty area, and Glynn was there. He has taken a knock, Glynn, as well, from that challenge from Goodman, but he continues to play on at the moment. We might have to look at changing him at half time because he is struggling. He's got a tight hamstring, but we'll have to wait and see how he gets on. We don't want to be making changes too early from our point of view, but hopefully we should be okay. Akers makes another good claim there, Dover still trying to push forward. Fair play to the resilience that they're showing so far. Now Judd into Murphy. Looks over the top once again. De Silva does well to get onto it. Ken Charles couldn't get there. Re-intercepts well. And Alidor Hamilton finds Greenup. Now Charles. Back to Mackenzie. Looks over the top. I think Greenup was more the ball there, but he tried to find Ken Charles. And Martin looks over the top for Pave, but it's cleared by Okocha. Alidor Hamilton into Ree. We try and build again from the back now. Pip Blado charging forward from that left-hand side. Looks over the top, and Jaden Smith couldn't beat Murphy. But he's fallen in behind, and Smith has scored there. I'm not sure again if it's offside or not. It looks like it stands. It's his 20th goal of the season. He really has picked up on his form. Deservedly, we're now back in the game at 1-1, and hopefully we can continue and push on for a victory now with the fact that they are down to 10 men. Really, really important that we get a good result in this game just to push us up that little bit further. And we want to maintain that gap from that bottom four, even though we're 10 places above that area of the league. That is still our main focus. We want to make sure that we're safe for next season. We are closer to the playoffs, but I'm not looking at getting into the playoffs. I just want us to do well and just stay in this league for the time being. We're not good enough for a promotion fight by any stretch of the imagination, so all we're going to do is just keep doing what we're doing. Pip Blado here with a corner. Swings it into the far post, and the header's there, and it's just about cleared away. Alidor Hamilton gets onto it and finds Ree. Ree strikes, and it's over the crossbar. He struck it with plenty of venom there, but it remains 1-1. Pip Blado with another corner now. Are we finally going to score from a set piece? He looks to the far post again. Oh, it's a brilliant save. Well, I thought he saved it. He actually clipped the crossbar. It was Okocha who won the header, but our drought from set pieces goes on. We've done alright for free kicks, but in terms of corners, we've been shocking all season. Here's Greenup. Now Mackenzie. Holding the width well. Finds Ken Charles. Has support in the penalty area if he can find it and whips it in. Jaden Smith's there and it's just wide. Creating plenty of chances early in this second half. Hopefully we can continue and at least get a winning goal in this game. I'm just going to pause it for a minute. I am going to make a couple of substitutions here. Glynn is still struggling, so we're going to bring Zach Newton on for him. And Alidor Hamilton is on a yellow card and he is struggling for fitness. Despite him being our best player, I don't want to risk him. We're going to bring Stylianides on, and hopefully that freshness in the midfield will help going forward. We have got Okocha who's struggling as well, but after John's previous match, I'm a little bit loath to play him at the moment. I kind of just want to keep the solidity there, even though they're going to be struggling for fitness. But we have been the better team. Obviously, we have got that man advantage, but we need to take advantage of that as well. And at the moment, at 1-1, we're really struggling. And Ajay is in behind for Dover, and Ajay has scored here. The 10 men of Dover have managed to break forward and score. It's been disallowed, so we're really lucky there, to be honest. And I think John is going to have to come on. Okocha's really struggling. Akers with a free kick forward. Ken Charles challenging. This is Ree now. Into De Silva. Looks over the top. And Ken Charles is in behind Sterling. And Ken Charles has scored. Brilliant response to that goal being disallowed. We've gone to the other end and scored. We have our lead. And we have to keep on top of that now. We can't let complacency creep in. We've got to be on point here. And hopefully we can potentially get another goal just to settle the game down. And as you can see, we're creating plenty of chances here. And we've got another corner. Pip Blado again toward the far post, and the header is from John. It's over and wide, and our set piece drought again continues. So hopefully we can continue to do well. But Martin's got a free kick in a dangerous position, and it looks set to go in. Oh, he's hit the woodwork. Akers was rooted to the spot there, and we've been very, very lucky not to concede there, to be honest, as Ree clears forward, and the highlight finishes with that. Greenup does well to get onto that. Now Mackenzie looks over the top. Jaden Smith, I highly doubt he'll win it, and he didn't, but he's done enough for us to maintain possession. Greenup switches it brilliantly for Zach Newton, and Pip Blado's made a great overlap, but it's fallen here for Jaden Smith, and that is a brilliant take and finish from Jaden Smith. No, it isn't, apparently. He was offside. That was the first one that I thought we weren't onside. And he's actually had 2 goals disallowed today now, as well as the one that he scored. It remains 2-1. This was the scoreline in the reverse fixture, of course, earlier in the campaign. And as we go into injury time, we are looking like we're going to hold on for the victory here. Green up with a set piece toward the far post, and it's cleared away. And we do have an opportunity. Oh, what a strike that was from Stylianides. It was just wide of the far post, and it remains 2-1. We're still looking to try and push forward here. We've got to be careful. John does well to win that, as does Stylianides, and De Silva into Greenup. Are we going to finish the game off with a flourish here? Murphy intercepting as we looked for Jaden Smith. It's cleared forward by Sterling, and Martin's gotten onto it here. And Martin has actually been given offside now. De Silva with the free kick. Looks set to knock it long here. Jaden Smith could make a run potentially. As the time's just about to trickle away. It's a very odd highlight to finish the game. I'm not entirely sure if anything's going to happen from this. De Silva just knocked it long and then he blew the final whistle. Bit of an odd highlight to finish, but more importantly, we have that victory. Yes, Dover went down to 10 men. 3 goals disallowed altogether in the game. Quite eventful overall. We've done really well. And as difficult as that game was, we've taken the advantage. And that means, in terms of the league table, we're still in 10th place. We do have a game in hand on teams above us. And we have St Albans actually have a game in hand over us. But that game in hand, if we win that game in hand, we're 1 point outside the playoffs. Again, it's not a target of mine. In terms of the number of points, this is where I expected to be at the end of the season. But with 10 games to go, we actually have a realistic possibility of challenging for the playoffs. We're still remaining 15 points ahead of that bottom 4. And again, that remains a target. And with games to come, tough games to come as well, once we confirm that we're not going to get relegated, we can start looking at other avenues during this campaign. Being in mid-table is a phenomenal achievement in itself, so hopefully we can continue in that manner and carry on doing what we're doing and looking onwards for next season then. So in terms of games to come, we'll probably get these 4 games done in March, and well, I say that, we'll have a look, see how the fixtures work out. We'll have to come back at the end of the season for Bath at home and Tonbridge away just to see where we finish up. So it could be that we come back a little bit sooner, maybe a double home leg, seeing as though we've just had a double away leg. Maybe Weymouth at the end of March and Chelmsford at the beginning of April, and then we'll go through to the last 2 games of the season, and then we'll see where we finish from there. Well guys, thank you very much for watching this episode. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. All your support is greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time, and this is Big Will signing away.